Namaste, welcome to Arthaniti. In our series of basics of mutual funds, today we will see the structure of a mutual fund. Now, if you are a new investor and are wanting to invest in a mutual fund, understanding the basics is very important. See, like you visit a bank, you know who is the branch manager, where do you have to go, whom do you have to meet in case you want to make fixed deposits, in case you want to transact in your accounts, in case you want to take a loan. There are different people doing different jobs in a bank. Likewise, in a mutual fund as well, there are different entities which handle the different aspects of a mutual fund. So today we will accustom ourselves with the structure of mutual fund. Now, to start with, mutual fund is a trust. Okay, it is set up by a group of people who are called as trustees. They appoint a asset management company, AMC, which manages the funds and transacts in the monies which people deposit with the particular fund that they manage. The first and the foremost element of the structure of a mutual fund is the unit holder. Now, who is a unit holder? Well, unit holder is the investors, people like you and me who purchase units of a mutual fund. The bifurcation of a mutual fund is not called as shares, but they are called as units. Now, when we purchase a mutual fund, we get units equivalent to the value per unit of what fund we have purchased. So basically, unit holders are the people who purchase mutual fund, are investors. The second most important factor in the what do we say, structure of a mutual fund is sponsor. Now, who is a sponsor? Sponsor is the person who starts the company. Sponsor is the promoter of any mutual fund. They get the fund registered with SEBI. SEBI is the nodal authority of all mutual funds in India. So sponsors are people who set up a mutual fund and get it registered with SEBI. Once the registration is in place, they set up a trust and an asset management company to look after the day-to-day business of the mutual fund. Now, if you take the example of, say, a fund, HDFC mutual fund, the sponsorers of that mutual fund are HDFC Limited. Yes, the housing loan company, which is a parent of HDFC Bank, as well as the sponsors to HDFC mutual fund. Correct? So, we know who the sponsor is. The second link in the structure is the trustees. Now, trustees are who? They are appointed by sponsors. Now, what is the main objective of setting up a trust? Well, their job is to oversee that the fund is managed properly. All rules and regulations laid down by SEBI are properly implemented while managing the funds. Their basic objective is to maintain the trust of the investors when they have given their money into the hands of the fund house for it to be managed and invested well. So their objective is to maintain that trust. The third link is called AMC, the Asset Management Company. Now, what is the function of the asset management company? The trustees appoint the AMC. So, AMC basically oversees the day-to-day operations of the fund. It oversees whether the money that is collected in a particular fund is invested in different kinds of equities, bonds, government securities on the basis of the investment objective of the fund in which the money is collected. So that is the function of the AMC. Now, let us stay with our same example of HDFC mutual fund. I told you the sponsors were HDFC Limited. The trustees of HDFC mutual fund goes by the name HDFC Trustee Company Limited. They are basically appointed by HDFC to oversee the operations. The AMC, Asset Management Company of HDFC Mutual Fund, is known by the name HDFC Asset Management Company Limited, HDFC Mutual Fund. That is the name. Correct? The next link is that of custodians. Now, who are custodians? They are basically an agency appointed by the trustees to safeguard the assets of a mutual fund. Now, what are the assets of a mutual fund? The investments that the mutual fund makes, the equity shares or the bonds, government securities which the mutual fund purchases. It is the responsibility of the custodian to oversee that these assets are safe and are properly held. Correct? So, in case of HDFC Mutual Fund, the custodian is HDFC Bank Limited. The fourth and the regularly required link in the structure is the register and transfer agents. Now, who are these people? Well, they are appointed by the mutual fund to overlook the day-to-day transactions of the fund. Like if you have to purchase a new fund, or you have to make some additional purchases, you have to redeem your funds or make changes, say on the passing away of one of the investors or nomination. Yeah, for all such dealings in the mutual fund, you have to approach the register and transfer agent. So basically it is the service arm of the mutual fund. Now for HDFC mutual fund, CAMS online is the RTA. Well, CAMS is a RTA for most mutual fund houses along with Carvi as well. Correct? So what their job is, their job is to service the unit holders, is to service the investors. So any transaction that you need to undertake, you have to go through CAMS. Correct? The last and the most important link in the structure is SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Well, it is the nodal authority of all mutual fund houses in India. The job of SEBI is to set up rules and regulations within the ambit of which the mutual fund houses have to function. They have to oversee the operations, that legalities are maintained in managing the funds, and there are no discrepancies for any investor grievances all as well. SEBI is easily approachable. So SEBI is a nodal authority, just like RBI is for banks, SEBI is for capital markets. So that is a regulatory body when it comes to mutual funds in India. Now see, knowing this structure is very very essential. Why? Because most of the times when we have to transact, we don't know where to go. Correct? Many of our works when it comes to mutual funds are easily done online, but for that you need to be aware about what website to go, what is the CAMS online website, is there a CAMS office nearby, yeah, who started the fund. Such basic criteria are very very essential when you study a mutual fund. So this was a short video today to help you understand the structure of mutual fund houses in India. Thank you.